Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster.
This season is alive!
E for exciting, entertaining, energy, and epic. Tauahi Basketball, rated E.
Back to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
Thursday night hoops here on Sky Sport. Kia ora e te whānau and welcome here to Tauranga, and we're getting set for Tauahi Basketball Aotearoa match between Tauranga Whai and Mainland Pouākai, and these two teams meeting for the second time this season. They met in round one, second game of the season. Whai getting the win there, 98-80. Comfortable win for the team. We're back in Tauranga for match number 2. Glenn Lama here, Casey Frank alongside me. I tell you what though, Casey, as we get set for tip-off in this one, the Pouākai team are certainly a most different team now than what they were a month ago.
They're playing very good basketball, and then we see the mix and pick.com poll. Who do you think's going to win? Everybody thinking the Pouākai are going to be able to get this one. The Whai, despite dominating the first time out, as you mentioned, the style of basketball the Pouākai have been playing of late have proven that they are a team to be reckoned with.
Yeah, Ashley Jones got 25 points in that first game, and she's been averaging 24 per game each since then as well. So she's going to have to get hot. There she is, just driving to the basket there in the warm-up. She's going to have to get hot for the Whai, for them to beat the Pouākai, who've really come on nicely in the last few weeks. Here is the table, and the Kahu continue to dominate as we enter this new round.
Playing very good basketball. Their lone loss on the season to this Pouākai squad down in Christchurch. The Tokomanawa Queens sitting in second after going down to the Pouākai as well a round ago. The Pouākai sit in third at 3-3. The Hoiho at 2-4, and the Tauranga Whai, after a 5-game losing streak, picked up win number 2 and are on the right side of things as they come into this game with a little bit of confidence against a team they've beaten before.
Don't want to slip too far off the pace, do you? I mean, it's just a short season with 5 teams. Each team plays each other 3 times, so 12 games. Here is the schedule with the Pouākai in action again here in the Upper North Island on Saturday against the Northern Kahu. It's a rematch of that game, which was really interesting just a couple of weeks ago. Hoiho back at home in Dunedin against Tokomanawa Queens, and then the Kahu back at home again against Tokomanawa coming up on Thursday in a week's time.
And that's how round 7 will start, but first we got to get to round 6, and this game today should be interesting between 2 high-scoring teams that know how to do some damage. Taking a look at the Pouākai coming on the road first, and their starting lineups to come up, and there we see it. Mackenzie Forbes, who's been so influential as a scorer, Mikayla Cowling, Haley Rynell, Ezra McGoldrick, and Cassandra Brown, who came back into the lineup a round ago and is now going to be, I think, vital to today's game and the performance of the Pouākai, Glenn.
Yes, indeed. Paul Flynn, the coach. Cassandra Brown, as you touched on. Let's hear from her now.
Cassandra, welcome to Tauranga. I know you played your first game back from injury last week. How are you in the injury front?
Yeah, pretty good. I would say close to 100% now. Yeah, now just trying to get back on the court and find my rhythm again. But yeah, it feels great to be back with the team and happy to be here tonight.
So the first time you guys played these guys, they got pretty much the best of you in the transition. What defensively are you guys going to change up tonight?
Well, I can't tell you that. You're from the other side, so I don't want to reveal all of our secrets. But yeah, we made a few adjustments earlier this week. It's been a quick turnaround for us, obviously having a game on Sunday, so a quick week of practice. But yeah, made a few adjustments. I would say more so offensively, we just didn't come out and shoot the ball like we wanted to. Me in particular, it was a pretty horrendous shooting night. So yeah, we just want to come down, knock some shots down tonight, and yeah, obviously play good defense. We really hang our hats on that. So yeah.
Good luck for tonight, Cassandra.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cassandra Brown, the Canadian, talking there to Byron Vaitoe. And look, she's got a key player, 17 points per game, 29% threes, 8 rebounds too, having a pretty solid season just at 3 games.
8th in scoring in the competition and 8th in rebounds as well. So, you know, she's doing a nice job on the glass, attacking things, and means so much. But talking about a player who means so much, Ashley Jones for the Whai, second leading scorer in the competition. She is the engine to which this Whai team runs. McKenna Dale inserted in the starting lineup last week, leading to a win. Hannah Snyder really like her activity up front, Mikayla Cowling, nice to see her working her way back thing as she gets back to full strength. Going to be a real threat. And Laura McSpadden as well down in the post, giving a lot of size to this 5 front line.
Indeed. Coaches Alex Stojkovic. Let's hear from Ashley Jones.
Ashley, you are playing at a high clip, 24.7 rebounds. However, the team hasn't been playing that consistent. But as you go into the second half of the season, what are you guys going to change differently to move into the second half?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now is just coming together as a team throughout the season, throughout a game. You hit highs and lows. You don't want to really get too emotional up in that roller coaster, and just stay focused on what our team is, what our goals are, and just go out and play every game hard and buy into what the coaches are saying.
You played this team first round up. You guys did pretty much everything you wanted to do on the offense and defensive end. Going into this game, is there a strategy at some point?
Yeah, I think from the first game, both teams have evolved. I mean, you're getting better, you're playing more competition, you kind of get used to playing with each other, and so I think the biggest thing right now is to go out there, play hard, focus on what our team is good at and what we can do, and just play as hard as we can and give it everything we have every time we step on the court.
Great. And last but not least, is there anybody at home you would like to say hello to?
Yeah, my family, they watch, my grandparents, and so they stay up late. They tune in for all the games, and so I just want to say hi and thanks for watching.
Thanks, Ash. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, that's really cool. Really cool that her family stays up late in the States to watch Ashley Jones play. That's really cool. 19 games in the WNBA, Ashley Jones, and it's great to have her in New Zealand. Certainly been one of the best players in the 2024 edition of this basketball league, Casey. She's been excellent.
Fantastic talent in there. We take a look at the heads between the two teams. Points per game, I think those ones are a little bit off. That's not exactly where we go. Last time that these two teams played, it was 98-80 in favor of the Phi. Mackenzie Forbes had a huge fourth quarter to beat the Queens around the go. And you look at those three-point attempts, nobody gets up more than these two squads. When the Phi are shooting well, they are very tough to beat. But of course, the same goes to the Mainland Pouākai, the team that is able to defend the perimeter and take away some of that efficiency from deep, most likely going to walk away with the win today.
Yes, indeed. A key player, too, we haven't talked about ahead of tip-off is Mikayla Cowling. She has really improved her output across a number of statistical categories in the last couple of weeks.
Well, hopefully it's because her husband came over and started to take care of those kids, because I saw her game. She's got 3 kids around her on the road. She is putting in some serious miles. Love to see her work, but what she does as a floor general for this Pouākai squad is really important. And the timely scoring. She was part of that run in the fourth quarter when they came back a week ago against the Queens. Had some big shots there, but I think her ability to get the ball to the players that need it most when they need it is what I've liked most about her game. Taking another look at that mixandpick.com poll. Use that QR code or open up the app and make your choice. See if you can't beat the experts out there. I know I've made some picks in this one. Personally, in this game, I think it's going to be the Phi today. I think Mikayla Cowling's got her eye in. I think it's the Phi by 6.
Interesting. Well, McSpadden will need a big game again. She took 13 rebounds when these two teams met last month. And she's going to have to come big in this game, the Australian. So, yeah, scan the code. And there's pizzas to be won, sales pizzas to be won in every game here in Tauhi Basketball Aotearoa. 2024 season.
Just about ready to tip off at the Queen Elizabeth Youth Center between two teams that are struggling a little bit on the defensive end. The two worst defensive teams in the competition by points per game, both giving up over 82 points, 82 for the Pouākai, so 82.71 for the Phi. So maybe we'll see a few buckets in this one. I'm guessing it's going to be an entertaining up and down affair.
Yeah, it should be. There's lots of firepower across both teams. And it's going to be really cool to see these two teams go at it again. Of course, from the Phi's perspective, Cowling is there now. Wasn't available for the first game between these two teams, which repeat 198-80 in favour of the home team. Underway here in Tauranga, and it's going to be the Phi with the first possession. And here is Cowling. Spadden. Snyder with her hands on the ball. Good defence early. Very good defence early from the Pouākai. Snyder with 3 on the shot clock. He's short on that one, and it's taken nicely by McGoldrick. Almost coughed up, in fact coughed up by the Pouākai. It's disappointing from their perspective.
But love the effort by Lena Snyder. Getting in there, McKenna Dale ends up getting the kick out afterwards. Another opportunity for the 5.
Cowling, beautiful pass into McSpadden, can't nail it, and this time the Pouākai are able to tidy it up.
Yeah, good help side defense late, making what looked like an easy layup a little bit more difficult and unable to be finished.
Here's right now. His numbers have improved, just like Mikayla Cowling as well. Forbes, the outside shooter, McGoldrick. Can't nail the 3. Jones has got the ball for the 5.
Good action though, good movement, pulling up out of the corner on that dribble drop to the middle. Jones is so good at that.
That is classic. I was just about to say, that's classic Ashley Jones there.
The grab and go, so vital to her offense. She is certainly most dangerous in transition before the back line of the defense is able to set up. And if you don't have defenders in the paint, her eyes get wide as saucers because she's got a good chance to get to the cup and get something going. This time it's a trip for 2 at the Chemist Warehouse.
She's been going well from the Chemist Warehouse line all campaign as well, 79%. All their numbers are good. 7 rebounds, a couple of assists per game too. Awesome to have her in New Zealand. There's Jones. Gets the second free throw. So really neat that her family are watching back in the States.
Yeah, the Jones family restaurant.
So I've got to say a big kia ora.
Kia ora
to you guys in the States watching. Really cool that you're watching Ashley play every single game.
It's a fantastic opportunity for these teams to get seen around the world as Cassandra Brown can't get the layup. Nice defense by Snyder, all over the place defensively early in this one.
It's Jones again, now Snyder. Now Cowling for 3. Oh yeah, sweet shot from Cowling.
I'll tell you what, as Mikayla Cowling starts to get in shape, this will be a vastly different 5 team. And it will be extremely talented in every position. And you can see why with shots like that.
It's only a 3rd game back from that foot injury as we see a nice drive to the basket there from Brown. Cowling with the early ball, can't link up with Jones this time. Yeah, I don't doubt Casey, that her season's best score so far in these 2 games that she's played is just 11 points for Cowling. She's going to well and truly past that, you think, at some point.
I would say so, averaging just 8 points per game right now. And actually, that was a question on the mixandpick.com poll. Do you think she was going to get over? And I guarantee she's getting over 8 points for that.
Absolutely. Right now, back to Brown again, or McCann that is. Now Brown created a bit of space for herself really well there, and then just overcooked it. McSpadden's got the ball.
She's got to create that space against McSpadden. He's got that great reach, make things tough. As Snyder lets it fly.
Nail a 3, rebound. She gets her own rebound. Beautiful ball into Dale. She can't nail it, McGoldrick.
A lot of contact there as when McGoldrick came in. No whistle though.
Brown for 3, can't nail it. Now Snyder with the rebound.
This is an up and down affair. Keep that head on a swivel because it's going to be back and forth all night long.
Here's Dale, she's fouled this time.
Well, that looks like a makeup call to me.
Hey, really neat to see the 2 Kiwis going at it.
Yeah.
On this side of the court early, be marking each other.
The Pouākai, they lean a little bit more on their Kiwi talent than most others. Sean Mabadi's going to certainly play a big part in this game as well. But it's it always is very interesting when we see a couple of tall ferns out there matched up against each other.
It's passing to Snyder, who's just overcooked that. Oh, poor pass that time from Ezra McGoldrick.
Well, she's trying to lead Mikayla Can like it's a all-out sprint fast break, but Khan was looking at that and she realizes that there wasn't really much of an opportunity there, so she was trying to slow things down.
Here's Snyder. Cowling has 3 points in the game so far. Jones with those 2 free throws for 5. Now Cowling. Oh, beautiful runaround jumper, Mikayla Cowling. 5 points in the game. That was a beautiful basket. Fast break is a beauty, and there's a foul from McSpadden. Nice response from Pouākai there.
Well, Cassandra Brown continues to attack the rim. Blatant disregard for the defense is in her way. Putting pressure, taking another look at Cowling here. The mid-ranger, the deep 2. 17 feet, and she lets her bench know, I'm back, baby. I'm starting to feel good. You might have missed me.
Exactly.
But the MC is back on the mic, and the beat is looking good for the 5.
Exactly, 5 points already for Cowling. Just 3 points in, 3 minutes into the game. And here's Cassandra Brown at the line. She's been going at 89% from the Chemist Warehouse stripe this campaign, and she gets 2 from 2 there. Pouākai tight, just a 2-point game. It's McSpadden. Cowling again. Snyder. Here's Jones for 3. Oh, beautiful shot from Ashley Jones.
It's starting to look like one of those nights for Tauranga. They have got their eye in early. The Pouākai are going to have to extend that defense out in the perimeter. That's going to open up some driving lanes.
McGoldrick goes baseline on Cowling. Did really well there, Ezra McGoldrick.
Beautiful footwork, really nice drive, nice patience shown, gets to the baseline, and then comes back to the left shoulder, using her length over solid defense from Cowling.
Cowling, the no-looker. That was pleasant to Dale. Can't nail a 3. McSpadden, that was impressive from Lara McSpadden.
That is a strong rebound.
Oh, stolen by Snyder off the inbound pass.
That's the second pickpocket she's got down there today.
Cowling.
Is Cowling already up to 8 points? What a start for the 5. These guys are on fire. What a beginning. 15 points for the 5. I tell you what the stats are, but we don't have them at the moment. But I don't need to tell the stats to let you know that that net is on fire. Mikayla Cowling has 2 triples and the mid-ranger, 8 points already in this ball game. What a start for her. Starting to look like the all-star 5 Mikayla Cowling we had in the competition the season ago.
I can tell you her good form in this game has got nothing to do with her different coloured shoes either, Casey. 15-6.
Pouākai, what's the conversation got to be about? Who are we defending out on the perimeter? We are going to have to make our opposition put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, because right now defensively we're giving up too easy the looks on the outside. On the offensive end, it's not that bad. You know, they've had some nice looks at the rim, but right now the pace and pressure that this 5 team is putting on, I think is starting to give us a glimpse of the team that the 5 thought they were going to have at the beginning of the year. Remember, they're still without Jaeger. Their point guard, important point guard as well. So this is a team that is gutted it through a bunch of injuries early, but still has the type of offensive talent to score like this.
Exactly. Jaeger. Still hope that she might come back too from that wrist injury that she picked up 2 minutes into that first game against the Pouākai. It's going to be the response here by the Mainland Pouākai. McGoldrick, Rynell. Here's McGoldrick. Get Rabati involved in the game somehow. McGoldrick, no luck for her on that occasion. Now Jones. Jones all the way again. No, this time Forbes is able to pick it up.
Well, that was to McSpadden, but McSpadden thought it was a skip pass. A little miscommunication there.
Can't link up with Rynell. Let's come off Cowling's foot there.
And he drops it inside.
So let's see what the Pouākai can do. Come off McKenna Dale. Desperately need a basket here, the Pouākai, don't they?
Well, they just need to find some positivity in what's going on. It can be difficult when things are going on like this.
There's Rynell. Biggest lead of the game earlier here for the Phi. Good defense being played by the Phi here too. McGoldrick looking a little uncertain, and then smashed by Cowling.
I think that's just blocked out of bounds. Oh no, there's a foul called by Sampan there. 2 shots. Mikayla Cowling, one of the premier defenders in the competition a season ago, and shows that with that ability she can stick with perimeter players. She can guard you in the post as well.
Oh, McGoldrick. She's been going at 13 points per game this season, has Ezra McGoldrick. Certainly one of the premier New Zealand players in Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa.
She's been a big improver the last couple of seasons as well. I know a few of the commentary crew picked her to be the most improved player this season.
Good shot. Here's McSpadden.
Oh, that's too strong. Too strong.
That's exactly what she did in the game last month between these two teams.
This is a weakness of the Pouākai. They don't have a true big, as Mikayla Cowling gets straight to the bucket and says, we don't need a true big. But at times, the Pouākai can be vulnerable to size on the offensive glass and post touches.
Jones works off a beautiful screen from McSpadden, and Dale with the three-pointer.
I mean, just a nice, easy transition offense. That high on-ball screen giving space for the drive, and Dale shows the range from deep.
Field goal percentage above 50% for the Phi in this game. Mainland Pouākai below 30. Now Mikayla can. Here's Rynell with the shot clock down to 3. This is the mid-range jumper, Snyder.
Look at the pace the Phi are playing with. They are pushing this basketball each and every time they get a rebound.
Now McSpadden going to work here again. Gets her own rebound and rolls it in off the left hand, Lyra McSpadden.
Well, not a bad job that time by Sean Rabati. She gets physical and puts her out. But on that first miss, she needs help from her teammates. She's out of position. Everybody else has to crash and defend. And that's the second foul, I believe, on McSpadden there. That could change things up for a Phi team that has been relying on her presence down low. Look at the strength. Not to get it the first time. Well, the stick-to-itiveness will bring me back to it as she gets to return. And they're going to leave her out here. 2 fouls in the first quarter. She's going to stay out for a bit longer as Mikayla Cowling heads to the pine for a little bit of downtime.
Yeah, McSpadden is working beautifully offensively. Those 6 points at the moment already, and 4 rebounds in this first quarter already. Now here's Brown. Beautiful move from Brown.
Nice footwork.
Wow.
You know, she's got a post game of a player that spends a lot of time down there, and if you're going to put a smaller player on her, she's going to take advantage down low.
That was a neater basket for the Pouākai. Now Snyder. Kirasomi out there now for the Phi. Forbes marking up on Snyder. Does a good job, but Snyder in there. She's hustling beautifully in this game. Kirasomi puts up the little floater, and the teardrop falls.
Good shot of skills there. This fast break activity from the Pouākai goes wanting. You're going to need to be a little bit more definitive with your offense when you're down 12 points as we take another look at the Kirasomi shot fake and floater game. Right down the middle for 2, doubling up the Pouākai with that one. Kirasomi has been moved to the bench last round, but is obviously taking it pretty well, coming out aggressive in this one.
2 points already for Jay Kirasomi. Lead is 12 points now. Chance for them to increase that even further. McSpadden.
Catches so deep. She gets that right down there in the charge circle, and Haley right now doing her best to try and body her out, but McSpadden is determined right now, up to 8 points, equal lead scorer with Mikayla Cowling.
McSpadden dominating at the moment. Now Forbes. Pouākai would need her to get hot in this game.
First shot of the game from Mackenzie Forbes. I'd like to see her be a bit more aggressive. She's got to carry that load offensively. If she's in the mid-20s, the Pouākai got a chance to win.
There we go, McSpadden on Rynell again. This time a kick-out pass to Jones for 3. And there's a rebound to Rabati. Now Can. Well, that was one thing the Pouākai desperately needed, was a stop. They've got one. Now Can. They make it count at the other end of the court. Rolls away right now. She's lost it.
Well, dropped that pocket pass too quickly for Rynell. She was still caught in the screen, bodying up. Mackenzie Forbes was expecting a little bit of a quicker roll, a little short roll there, straight to the basket. Had the timing been right, had they been on the same page, would have been good, but just anticipated the movement, and therefore it ends up being a turnover.
Bad news for the Pouākai. Mikayla Cowling is back out on the court. 3 from the field, 2 of them 3-pointers. Here's Jones. Back to Mikayla Cowling again. Cowling, this time communication breakdown. And here's Forbes at the ball.
A little too unselfish there, probably had a shot. Instead looking for the pass.
Forbes for 3, can't nail it. Rynell with the offensive rebound. Good work by Haley Rynell. Can't get the second putback to fall either.
Tough break, just rushed it a little bit. I think concerned about the size that wasn't around her.
Jones makes them pay.
Feeling it. Ashley Jones in transition. Third Phi player with 8 points here in the opening quarter. Jones now 2 for 3 from the field.
Cowling and McSpadden and Jones are just lighting it up at the moment. This massive lead early in the first quarter. Here's Mikayla Can, smashed by McKenna Dale, or is that Eva Langton who's out there now? It is Langton.
Yeah, Eva Langton with the attempted block, but a little bit too much body as we see Mikayla Cowling. She's letting them know this is not good enough. We're doubled up right now. Where's the hustle? Where's the drive? Let's get out there and do some work. As Haley Rynell checks out, and Ezra McGoldrick comes back in. A little bit of breathing space for the Phi as McSpadden checks out as well. So not giving up quite as much height in the low post now.
Can from the Chemist Warehouse line. Good numbers for her this season, 12 points. 5 rebounds, 7 assists per game. 13 assists when the two teams met last month. In this, it was a Pouākai record, by the way.
She can certainly find her teammates, especially in transition. Snyder trying to aggressive off the pick and pop.
Almost lost the ball there. In fact, Snyder smashes into that side. She has been so busy in this first quarter.
Yeah,
no points, but she's doing everything else.
No points, but she's got 5 rebounds. She's got 3 assists. She's got 2 steals. She's got a block. That is a stat stuffed line for an entire game, much less the opening quarter. The work rate is high. I don't mind players missing shots when you're giving that much in other aspects of the game.
She is definitely up here on the defensive end in this game. Rabati, good ball into Cassandra Brown.
Excellent rotation by the Phi, though. They were all over that.
Here's Forbes picking up the ball just. Now McGoldrick for 3. That looked good off the hand, and it was.
And that's the kind of shot you need to fall to just bake this defense break a little bit. Get them on their heels, get them worried about that rotation. And right now they're anticipating things so well, really difficult to run offense.
Well, the lead was 15 at one point. It's back to 10. 14 seconds left. Here's Cowling. Almost stolen by Brown. Here's Snyder for 3. Can't nail it. Langton's got the rebound. Cowling. No good. Is a real scramble with the ball. Jones puts it up. Can't nail it. Well, in the end, the Pouākai fortunate not to concede that final basket, but they'll be pleased to have just limited the damage a little bit towards the end of that first quarter, which has ended. And at the end, it is a 29-16 lead to the Phi in the end of the first quarter.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get them to score. Get a piece of pizza, slice of pizza. So you guys ready? Okay, grab your woman. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 100. So they come in, get a piece of pizza, grab a piece of pizza from you. Yep, put it down, and then score basket. They come back. Here we go. And once they score basket, they can come back and get another free slice of Sal's pizza. But like this, so you guys, you have the confidence actually. Another piece of pizza, have another piece of pizza. Yep, basket, go to another basket. Okay guys, you guys good? Is everyone all right out there? You guys feeling good? Okay, Pouākai supporters, make some noise. Okay, nice to see you guys, nice to see you. Keep on scoring those buckets, ladies. And also, are there any Phi supporters out there? So, are there any Phi supporters on this side? Okay, cool. We need you to make noise all the time, not just now and then, all the time. Okay, so last bucket's coming in. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's time. Also, please make some noise for these two young girls. And big time, it's great. Also, we've got some prizes here, and we'd like to say thanks for asking out to each and every one. Yay! Big round of applause for these young players. Like it, I like it.
29-19 it is, in fact, here after the end of the first quarter to the Phi. 8 points each to McCowling, McSpadden and Jones. The Phi scoring or shooting at 47% at the moment, and the Pouākai's percentage has really improved, Casey, in that just those last couple of minutes. It's up to 42% now as they show some mettle to come back into the game.
Yeah, maybe the mettle they needed was a little bit of meatball. And if you need a little bit of meatball, large meatball pizza's $30, Cody's Baller 24. But I think what it really was, they just started to get used to the pace with which that the Phi were playing that first quarter, because they came out like gangbusters. They're coming off a tough weekend the weekend before, trying to continue their winning ways, and think they can get this team again on their home court for the second time this season.
Rabati back to Hayley Rynell, who goes for a three-pointer. And that's a good defensive set executed by the Phi.
Phi really shooting the ball well, I think encouraging this Pouākai team to try and match him from deep as Cassandra Brown does it on the break.
Nice steal from Cassandra Brown, lays in for 2 more. She has 8 in the game, and that lead is back to 8. Nice little comeback here by the Pouākai.
And then, as good as the shooting was from early for the Phi, it's been tough for them to find a lot on the interior, except for McSpadden when she gets it down deep.
McSpadden and back to Eva Langton. Eva Langton misses the 3. She got 3 in the Rapid League game.
We spoke about it in pregame. No teams shoot more threes than these two, and the Phi shoot more than anybody. At times, I think they come out a little committed to it, as we see Mikayla can show you that it's not all about the deep ball. You got to be able to drive to the cup
now,
as well.
The Pouākai are on a 9-0 run now, so really good comeback from them.
It is down to a 2-possession ball game, and suddenly it's become very difficult for the Phi to find anything offensively.
Here's a 3-point attempt going in from Smiler.
Nice offense there. Defense of Sharman Body just drops off a little bit deep. Too much time, and Mikayla Cowling delivers it on point once again.
It is Brown. Good shot from Smiler.
6 for 12 from deep are the Phi now.
Look out, they are really cooking with gas from long range, and there's an offensive foul this time.
This one on Haley Rynell, screening Mikayla Cowling, and just a little bit too physically. Take another look at it on the move and drops it. Oh, you know, I thought she was set. Sometimes a hard screen is just a hard screen. She didn't move. To me, from that vision there, it didn't look like she dropped the shoulder, didn't look like she hunted it. But unfortunately, the contact gets the whistle.
Cowling over to Smiler again. Smiler straight into the action with a 3-pointer. There she goes again. Busy player. Trying to get around Can. Gets her own rebound. Did really well there, Smiler.
Reset of the shot clock. Snyder inside. Can't get it out to Smiler that time.
Can starting to have a nice influence on this game now for the Pouākai. We saw that really good layup from her just a moment ago, and now a steal from her.
Ooh.
Good hands from Rynell.
Rynell decided not to post up. Still somehow got the catch.
There's Rabati driving strongly. Just a little hard off the glass, and here comes McSpadden.
I like McSpadden when she leads the break. Maybe not when she tosses the balls. Oh, there. Okay, somebody got a hand on it. Not her fault.
Goldrick.
I thought that one was the classic center starts the break and just chucks that ball out of bounds. I've done that more than once.
Really?
Especially when my coaches.
Once a game?
Well, you know, once a quarter probably. Probably once every time I try to dribble. But I enjoyed it, so I kept doing it.
It's Cowling. Here's Dale.
Oh, what a block!
There you are, Kiwi on Kiwi again.
That's from McGoldrick coming over the weak side and saying, get that shot out of here.
It's Rynell. Rynell back to Rabati. Now here's Forbes, just 1 field goal in the game to her so far. Strong drive to the bucket there from Mackenzie Forbes.
Mackenzie Forbes just needs to get more involved. Her 3rd shot of the ball game, and that is going to be her 4th point, a chance for 5. And she's an unselfish player. She doesn't go out there and hunt the basketball. She lets the game find her, and the Pouākai squad has been able to weather her lack of involvement offensively here in the early goings. But now that they're starting to make a move, I'd like to see her get a little bit more aggressive. I'd like to see her teammates swing that ball to her so she can attack those defenses closing out on her and really take advantage of her ability to shoot the ball and finish at the cup like we saw in that play.
Oh, she's got very good genes, of course, Mackenzie Forbes, as she nails the 3-point play from the Chemist Warehouse line. Both her dad and grandfather were Harlem Globetrotters.
That's impressive. I'm guessing that she started dribbling the basketball at an early age.
Oh, Cowling, no half-court violation.
Tipped by Ezra McGoldrick.
Here is Kaylee Smiler.
I actually thought the FIBA rule had changed where tips didn't matter, but apparently that's not right.
Here's Dale. McKenna Dale nails the 3-pointer. She has 6 in the game.
McKenna Dale with the ranginess, and the Phi continue the heat from deep. 7 for 13 now.
Wow, that is basically winning them the game at the moment, their 3-point shooting, because it feels pretty even in all other aspects at the moment, Casey.
Well, they've only made a few more shots in their competition. They're up on, 13 field goals total. The Pouākai have hit 9 field goals. But the Pouākai 7 for 7 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. The Phi 2 for 2, yet to miss from the Chemist Warehouse today, our eager team. McKenna Dale lets it fly again. Why not? Heat check goes wanting.
Oh, McSpadden's tip ended up back in the hands of Can. And now, let's see what Cassandra Brown can do. She has 8 points in the game. Nice little move there by Mackenzie Forbes. Couldn't get the basket this time. No, but steal back from McGoldrick. And Forbes ain't going to miss the second time.
Ezra McGoldrick lining up the stocks. Hits the steal there, got the block earlier. That one leads to the instant bucket for Forbes.
Dale really accelerated into that, but McGoldrick
I'd like to see the ball getting back into the hands of Ashley Jones. She's gone a while without a touch.
Yeah, that's a good point. Here's Forbes trying to go around McKenna Dale. And Forbes, no foul, but somehow gets the ball back. McGoldrick for 3. Yes!
Well, the Pouākai have lifted that work rate. We've got a timeout to the 5 because Coach Stojkovic wants to talk about things. This second chance opportunities for the Pouākai have changed things around. They are outscoring the 5 this quarter 12-6, doubling them up so far. Take another look. Mackenzie Forbes gets the ball back. Ezra McGoldrick says, I'll take from there cash money.
McGoldrick is on 10 points. First player to hit double figures in the game. And that lead now, Casey, was 15 at one point.
Well, we mentioned it when we were talking off air about the Pouākai this season. They have multiple double-figure comebacks in the second half. But what we want to talk about right now is Coachmate and leveling up your coaching game, because Coachmate is a fantastic Kiwi company who have created a free app designed for grassroots coaches and partnered with Basketball New Zealand to make it easier to deliver fun, engaging, organized coaching sessions. If you're a parent, a caregiver, coaching your kids' sports team, or maybe a teacher coaching kids during the school setting, Coachmate is for you. You scan that QR code, get the free app. Did I mention free? And find out more. It's such a fantastic thing. I'll tell you what, Glenn, I actually use this with my daughter's year 2 team. I don't know if you know this, I like basketball. I talk a lot of basketball. You know what I didn't know what to do? How to coach 7-year-olds.
There you go. And that's the thing, even with a coach, even at this level, you're always learning. And there's resources everywhere, Casey. You never know when you're going to come across a little golden nugget that's going to make you a better coach.
And Coachmate certainly has the tips and tricks to teach you ways to better engage groups of children. And it's a fantastic app that you got to use. Well, I'm sure that QR code will come up again during this game. So if you didn't get it the first time, get it the second.
Oh, look, Coach Stojkovic and Coach Flynn have certainly had both some challenges already in this game. Interesting to see how they respond here. And there's a foul. It's going to be going on.
Haley Rynell.
Rynell, yes.
And she's got to lift that level of physicality to keep McSpadden from getting too comfortable down in the low post.
Jones to inbounder. Dale, almost a travelling violation. You can see a shoe there skidding on the floor. Now Ashley Jones.
Pouākai defense activity has lifted so much, but it doesn't matter when the MC is dancing to a beat like that. Find it from deep, up to 11 points now. Mikayla Cowling already over her season average.
Now I can see why the fight. We're quite relaxed and having her back into the team a little bit later.
Yeah, we don't need her for the first month. That's okay. She'll get here eventually.
Yeah, I can see why. Here's Smiler. Dale.
Oh, post action again.
Spadden, that's just tailor-made for her.
If she's getting the catch that deep, it's all over. Haley right now is trying to meet her a little bit late to be physical. Defensively, you have to meet McSpadden at the free throw line and force her off the line, get her outside the block. If she's catching inside the no charge circle, it's game over.
10 points for McSpadden. As Forbes almost loses the ball. He ended well to get a shot up. McKenna Dale with the rebound.
The 5 back to the pace that was so influential for them early in the game. And back to the post as well.
Pouākai all of a sudden battling a little bit now, and there's another 3. And it's Kaylee Smiler again.
And Kaylee Smiler is the beneficiary, but McSpadden creates that offense. He had 3 defenders around her. She was fronted, there was one on the side, there was one behind. And all that attention opens it up for the skip pass and the Smiler finish.
6 points, both of them 3-pointers for Smiler.
Ooh, what a finish by Forbes there, down the lane.
Got some good basketball going on right now.
We're playing some hoops, baby. These 2 teams are playing improved basketball, and neither wants to be towards the bottom of the ladder.
Cowling misses.
That's going to be a foul.
Oh, little.
That's a foul on Forbes.
Exactly. Straight away as Jones hit the deck.
She had to get those hands out. If she was boxing out physically like that with her hips, she might have gotten away with it. But she had her hands down there. Take another look at it. See, she's got wrapped up. And Jones doesn't give up on the play. She keeps fighting. And that's what I like about Jones. She hasn't I mentioned it a couple of minutes ago. I'd like to see her get a little bit more basketball in hand. She hasn't touched it, but it hasn't slowed down the work rate or the effort in other areas.
McSpadden. Got a Somme. All of a sudden, that 4-point lead is back out to 10 again. Now, Lena Snyder. Here's Smiler again. Can't get the ball to drop, and a real good battle for the ball again, and it's going to be won by Pouākai on this occasion.
Lena Snyder activity on the glass still. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Only starter not to score, though. The effort not translating to the score sheet yet.
She'll get some points eventually, surely. Now here's Forbes. Right now, and Forbes pulls up nicely there to finish the 2 points.
Great patience. Dribbles down into the chest and expand, and just gives her a little bit of a shoulder there to clear the space for the finish. Really nicely done.
Dale just opened up a little bit there for her. Here's Smiler. Nice pass into McSpadden. The kick out. Here's Snyder for 3. And it's picked up this time by the Pouākai. That's Cabillo out there now.
I don't mind that unselfishness from McSpadden, but I'd rather see her go up for the finish there.
McGoldrick back to Cabillo. Now here's Forbes. Mid-ranger not going to fall, and as we see a real tussle for the ball there for
that's going to be a foul on
Brown, isn't it?
I think that's going to be a foul on Dale, so I think that foul's going to go the way of the Pouākai. Cassandra Brown had a little bit better position there, as you see Coach Paul Flynn getting intense on the sidelines.
I love McKenna Dale there. No way I conceded the foul there. Give me the ball, but no.
So you never know. You never know. Squeaky wheel gets the grease after all. If you don't ask, they can't get it.
That's true. 8-point game, leading scorer in the game. Cowling for 5 with 11. Forbes with 11 for the Pouākai. Below. Now to Cassandra Brown. 2:35 to play. I hope you're enjoying this Thursday night hoops game. It's Abby Cabillo. Yeah!
Well, nice clear out there by Cassandra Brown. Seals it up, opens it up for Cabillo to show a nice bit of skill on the reverse layup. Cut it back to 6.
Yeah, first 2 points of the game for her. And Smiler. Now Dale. Oh, McKenna Dale again. Another 3 from her. That's 3 from 5.
Smiler and Cabillo getting caught up in a little activity underneath the rim. But the ranginess from McKenna Dale has got this Tauranga Phi squad back to 9 points.
This is ridiculous. That's 10 3-pointers.
They're stroking it.
30 points of the 46 they've scored of 3s.
And right now the Pouākai are trading 2s for 3s.
Get a Solmare.
Oh, nice little jab step. Gets Cassandra Brown to switch up her defensive stance. Then Kirasome comes the other way, takes the harm, and looking to stretch this one back to 9. The pace has quickened once again. It opened up extremely quickly.
Well, 4 players have got 3s for the Phi, and they've all got more than 1 each. So this is very good for Smiler, Jones, and Cowling, and Dale.
Sharing that basketball around. This is the strategy that Coach Stojkovic is going with. He wants this team to bomb triples and attack the offensive glass. That shot profile that the Phi are looking for. There's nothing in the mid-range. It's from deep or it's on the rim. That's all they want.
Well, it's exciting to watch, isn't it? So you see that lead stretch out to 9 once more. Now Forbes. Pouākai have been trailing right from the start of the game, and they've turned it over. Cowling. Here's Kirasumi. Ashley Jones opens up for Ashley Jones, and she can't nail it this time.
The easiest shot she had all day, and that's the one that goes wanting.
Goldrick. Forbes. Pouākai really need a basket or 2 more before the end of the half to keep this scoreline tight. Forbes might provide a 3, just short, as we see Snyder fly in to grab the rebound.
That's a big rebound. Leaves her cylinder to get that one. Would have been an offensive rebound if she wasn't able to corral it.
Is Jones for 3? Yes, Ashley Jones.
Can we get this lady the ball?
11 3-pointers now in the first half.
6 shots, 11 points for Ashley Jones. And this Phi team is cooking from deep.
51 points in the first half. Still not done. Here's Can. She's lost it. Dale's picked it up. And now here comes Kirasome. Oh, Ashley Jones again.
Whoa, I like that play though. The shot clock is in their favor. They're going to get the ball back after this possession for the Pouākai. The Pouākai go quick though.
Forbes allowed to drive to the hoop that time. She's got 15 points, and we got a BNZ player timeout called with 17.9 left.
Well, an impressive offensive display, but let us talk about the BNZ player timeout and the ticket to the big game. Scan that QR code for a chance to win tickets to this season's games, because BNZ is invested in basketball and invested in getting your community group, school group, or whatever other group might be eligible to come to a game for free this season. Just scan that QR code, see if your group is registered, and see if BNZ can inspire your next generation hooper with a ticket to the big game to see these fantastic hoopers in person this season.
Wow, yeah, look at these two teams, particularly the outside shooting from the 5. What's not to love about watching this team play? They're second to last in the league at the moment, the 5. They need this win, 2 from 5, but they've got some talent in their team.
If you need some talent in your tank, why not talk to Waitomo and win some free fuel? Get that moolah now. Use that QR code. Scan to win. Just have a spin. You never know. You might be walking home with some free petty.
Exactly. When you ever see those words, win free fuel, it always perks most people's interest.
I would say so. I think it's that word in the middle that works more than anything else.
Exactly. Like a free tank of gas.
Well,
especially if you're driving a hybrid.
Yeah, sure.
It takes you a long way.
I don't know, is it better or is it less needed if you're driving a hybrid?
Wow. Yes and no, isn't it? Yes and no, isn't it?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Exactly. Here's Cowling. 10 seconds to play in this first half. Cowling still looking to soak some time up off the shot clock. Now, the 3 for Snyder. Can't nail it. Offensive rebound, and there's the putback by Dale. It's not going to count. But a really entertaining first half. We've had 92 points in this game between the Fight and the Pouākai. Certainly lots of entertainment, lots of skill being shown in this game. But it's the Fight up by 10, 51-41. Halftime here in Tauranga.
So fans, young fella, telephone. What's your name, bro? Remy. What's your last name, Remy? Tuka. Remy Tuka. So do you text your name 24227? Every game you've been texting, so how many years have you been to? For the last 3 years he's been here to every game, so shout outs to Remy for coming supporting. So shoot to spend up to $5,000. So friends out there, it is provided by Waitomo, and what you have to do is shoot a 3-pointer. If you don't get the 3-pointer, we move you in a little bit closer, and then if you don't get that one, we move you a little bit closer. Do you play basketball, my friend? No. Okay. Really good luck to you. Can we just give them all a positive, power that we can give you and say, Ricky, good luck, my friend, good luck. So what I'm saying is, my bro, use your knees, use your hands and your arms, and so I told everyone to stretch. So, if everyone in the place turn up, please can you count down with me? Lily, how you feeling, bro? You alright? Are you good? You sure? You sure? Yeah, bro. Are you a little bit sort of like, a little bit, you alright? We're good, we're good? Okay. So, let's wish a person that doesn't play basketball all the best. Lily, here's your first chance to win up to $5,000 with Shoot to Spin. Okay, everybody count down with me. 3, 2, that wasn't bad, bro, for a person that doesn't play basketball. So, do you think that we should let it move more closer? Or should we keep them at the same place? What do you think? Because most people, when they shoot the ball, they don't even hit the rim. And that was the first time that, for the first shot, they actually hit the rim. So I go, put up your hand like this if you think that we should give them another 3-point, or put up your hand if we think we should give another 3-pointer. Or should we move him closer? Closer? You sure? Closer? Okay, there we go. I heard a couple of people say closer. So we're going to move you a little bit closer, my friend. Right to the free throw line. So, we want to give him all the power. Give him some positivity, Foley. Give him some power. Here we go, my friend. Take the time, take the time. On the count of 3. 3, 2. Okay. I've seen some people don't even hit the basket twice.
Half-time here in Tauhi Basketball Aotearoa for 2024. And we've got a good game on our hands here between the Whai and the Pouākai, the second meeting between these two teams. Remember, each team plays each other 3 times each season. Whai at the moment in 4th place, Pouākai in 3rd. And all the Chemist Warehouse stats, these are going to be really interesting. Forbes the leading scorer in the game, Casey, but the 3-point shooting from the Whai has been stunning.
Yeah, it certainly has. Mackenzie Forbes really picked up her work rate, 7 for 14 from the field. But it's the 3-point shooting of the Whai, 11 for 22 from deep in the first half, 50% compared to 2 for 8 for the Pouākai. That's the difference in the ball game. There you see the rebounds. Lena Snyder really putting in work. McSpadden with her. Esma Goldrick not too far off for the Pouākai, but overall the rebound count 22-17 to the Whai. Looking at the assists, and just a lot more for the Whai. 14-4 in the category overall. Mikayla Cowling, the only Pouākai player with more than 1. Snyder doing it all but putting the ball in the bucket with 5 assists. She's got a block as well. Ezra McGoldrick had a massive block in that first half of her own. And they're the steals, forcing some turnovers. 8 turnovers for the Pouākai, 7 for the Whai. 2 steals for Snyder. Everybody else won in that statistical category. It's been an impressive half. Overall, the Pouākai shooting 48% better than the Whai 43, but it's that difference from the 3-point line that is the difference in the ball game right now. 11 made threes to 2. Wow. That's 11 made threes at 50% for the Whai.
Yeah, that's 33 of their 51 points from the 3-point line, with Cowling, Jones, Dale all having 3 each. So really interestingly poised game between these two. The second half not too far away. Stay with us here on Sky Sport. It's coming right after this.
We got some goodies to give away right now, so salute going out to everyone. Get yourselves a drink from them. Burger Labs is outside, they got beautiful chips I had some. And burgers, I got one for liquor, so I can warm it up at home. 6 more minutes left to go, Fano. Get yourselves ready for the next half. Salute going out to each and everyone. Shout out going out to the Pouākai fans. Shout out going out to all Whai fans. Shout out going out to all Tauranga. Big up to each and everyone from Junior and around the world. Let's go, go, go. Big up to Master Hey, what up, fans? Hey. Simba. Simba. Big ups while we introduce the girls back in. Girls, we need to get back on and warm up again for the second half. Hey. We're trying to pull off our 3rd win in a row, Fano. 2 wins last week and the week before, down in Toko. So come on, Whai fans, let's give our girls some support so we can get our 3rd win in a row.
Second half not too far away from starting between the Whai and the Pouākai, 51-41. Thank you for joining us here on Sky Sport. That second quarter was actually, it was tied, 22 apiece. As the Pouākai found kind of a way to come back. They actually narrowed that gap back to 4 points at some stage, at one stage rather. So they've got belief in their team that they can do it again, Casey.
Well, this is certainly one team that is not afraid to come from behind. They are not dissuaded by a big deficit because they have worked their way back into victory previously. And back at home, it hasn't changed much. Still 34% of our audience at home thinks that Pouākai are going to get this win. I'm still leaning where I was leaning in the first half. I got the 5 by 6 or more, and nothing I saw in that first half has dissuaded me, except perhaps the play of Mackenzie Forbes, 15 points in the first half. Her and Ezra McGoldrick, the only double figures scores for the Pouākai. But on the Whai side, 3 of those, 11 for Cowling, 11 for Jones, and 10 for McSpadden. Can they find a way to slow down that big 3 for the Whai? McKenna Dale not too far off. She had 9 points of her own on 3 triples. So slowing down the offensive outputs of the Whai. How can the Pouākai do that? Well, first, they got to find ways to keep the Whai out of transition. And the easiest way to do that is to get buckets and get on the offensive glass and get the Whai thinking about those areas. Secondly, I think they got to find a way to get McSpadden from getting those deep post possessions. Every time she gets that catch, it completely shifts the defense and becomes much more difficult to guard that perimeter. If they could guard her one-on-one in the post, you'd see less efficiency from deep, and it would be an easier time for the Pouākai to get back into this ball game.
Is that all on Hayley Rynell, who's been marking McSpadden primarily through the game so far?
Well, to do it one-on-one, it's going to have to be. And to do that, she's either going to have to meet her earlier, start bumping her at the three-point line to force her to that block so she doesn't get those deep catches in the middle, or they might just have to go to a full front, have that weak side help, but they can't commit 3 defenders to her into the paint anymore because it just bends the defense too much out of shape on those swing passes.
Indeed, and right now, speaking of her at the other end of the court, she's 0 from 6 in the game. Now, she has been scoring 15 points per game for the Pouākai this season. She's going to have to start scoring if the Pouākai want to come back here.
That would be helpful. She's had some good opportunities at it. You know, I think there's several scoring options for the Pouākai that just haven't really clicked right now. We mentioned Forbes and McGoldrick over double figures. Mikayla Cowling only 2 shots in that first half. She's got two shots. She's got 6 points. She's got 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Hayley right now, you mentioned 0 for 5 from the field, 0 points. Cassandra Brown, 8 points, but just the 5 attempts. Got to find a way to get those players involved a little bit more on the low block.
It's a special from Sal's this week, the large meatball pizza, Baller 2024. And just scan that QR code and get into it, only $30. Those large pizzas are big too.
You say that like you are a hungry man.
I am.
You might be picking up a couple slices on the way back.
One bag, yeah. I'm hungry for more second half basketball too. Intrigued to see how this game shakes down. I'm not convinced that Pouākai are out of this just yet, to be fair.
Well, they're cardiac kids. They keep coming back. And if you like to see comebacks, you can use that Fiber starter to check everything out online.
Yeah, when you're watching back on demand, right? That's what you're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah. The first 3 months, $27.50. That's how I get all my sport. I'm using that Sky Sport now. Not the terrestrial one to go to bed. McSpadden with a smile. She agrees. But the Whai, I think I agree with you, Glenn. They're going to have to be careful here. They're going to have to come out with that same aggression they came out with in the first half because the Pouākai, there's going to be no quit in the work rate. Mackenzie Forbes going to continue to do work. So you know they're going to stick around. But if the Whai keep playing offense like they did in the first half, I say it stays above 10 points.
Cowling over to Jones. Inside to McSpadden. Straight away double teamed there. Interesting. But McSpadden finds a way to get a pass away. And there is 2 points. I think Kaylee Smiler's still out there.
Yeah, just switched up the starting lineup. Just a little bit there, but really nice patience by McSpadden. I like that double. It came hard, it came fast as Cassandra Brown misses the jumper. But when you send that double team, you open yourself up to the cuts. And that's how the Whai got the first bucket of the second half.
12-point game. Just the start the Whai were looking for. In the second half. Cowling over to Jones. Smiler. Now Dale. Smiler again. Good play from Kaylee Smiler. Can't nail the basket, but she created space for herself well.
Yeah,
there.
did all the work. I didn't love the set, just kind of flinging the ball around the perimeter and trying to get penetration lanes, but it ended up working out, but couldn't get that finish.
Let's see what the Pouākai can do. Can. Out of Forbes. Rynell could have got it in the post there, but Forbes back to Rynell. Rolled away really well there, and then Rynell couldn't lay it in. Don't know what happened there.
One of those days for Haley Rynell, just lid on the basket. Unfortunately for her so far.
3 is missed that time, and there's Forbes going to the deck, but in the end,
Jones, too much hustle.
Oh, and she gets 2 more points.
Put some hustle in that muscle.
13 points.
And gets rewarded for the bustle. With 2 points in the fast break. She can do it easy or she can do it hard that time.
Opening 4 points of this third quarter go to the Phi. Now here's Rynell again. This time she lays it in off the left hand for her first points of the game.
She just needed to see one fall down. Nice read there by Cassandra Brown in the eyes of the passer, trying to keep things out of the hands of Ashley Jones.
Dale fakes a 3 and then drives. Not all the way home, unfortunately, for McKenna Dale. Rynell with the rebound.
See, the defense of the Pouākai is just doing a little bit better job of making the shots slightly more difficult than they were in the first half.
McGoldrick. Now Brown. And looking to get the ball into Rynell again. Shot clock. Still plenty of time. In fact, the shot clock expires there as we see Smiler put the foot to the floor. Jones for 3. Not going to fall. McKenna Dale with the rebound. Now McSpadden. And there's a foul there from Jones, surely on Cassandra Brown.
I think that might end up staying. I think that's going to be a foul.
On Brown?
Okay, no, okay. Thank goodness. Because the players were hanging out. I was like, that was going to be a tough one. I mean, bend but don't break defense there just enough. I mean, plenty of opportunities. But there we see the whack that Cassandra Brown took.
It was actually the fouls on McSpadden.
Well, that's a tough one on McSpadden.
So she picks up the foul there as we see Brown. 12-point game. Remember, it was 10 at halftime. Just a layup so far.
Ooh, cross him up.
Beautiful from Can.
Cross him up.
Beautiful skills there from Mikayla Can.
Waltz down the lane. You know, she doesn't stay super aggressive offensively, looking more to play that pure point guard spot, but she's got the skill set to do so.
There's a block there from Rynell this time. No whistle as Rynell comes down court now.
Didn't we see this in the first half?
We did indeed, as we see Can.
Pouākai creeping back in here.
Here's Brown, nice little fake at the three-point line, and then the reverse is overcooked. Forbes.
Oh, unlucky.
Yeah.
All the hustle, Cassandra Brown unable to get the reverse layup. Mackenzie Forbes hustles her way in, but ends up knocking it out of there.
10-point game it is again. 3.5 played in this third period. Mikayla Cowling has 11 points in the game. Beautiful little pass. That's almost too easy as McSpadden rolls that in.
Well, you got to be so concerned about Mikayla Cowling coming off the on-ball, and that gives that little creep of daylight there from McSpadden on the roll. Easy finish for her.
Here's Brown. Over to Can. What's happened there?
That's Smiler with the grab.
Smiler.
She came off a little bit the worse for wear. Might have taken an elbow to the face.
Interesting to see Coach Stojkovic start the third period with Kaylee Smiler, leaving Lena Snyder on the bench.
Yeah, it's interesting how he's changing things around a little bit. I wouldn't expect Snyder to be over there for too long, as a matter of fact, here she is now.
Exactly, could have saw me back into the game too now.
Getting a little bit more free with the rotations.
Smiler sitting down with 8 points. That matches her season's best so far, as we see Cassandra Brown roll it in for a three-point play.
I like the way that the Pouākai are attacking the second biggest defender on the Phi. They're not going at McSpadden in the post, but Cassandra Brown, when she's got McKenna Dale on her, she's saying, okay, well, maybe I can get down here in the low post now. I've got a little bit of advantage. Gets over to the other side of the rim for the finish on the little floater, and a chance to finish the three-point play the old-fashioned way. She does so. Cuts it to 9.
This warehouse line. Neither team have missed a free throw in the game so far.
Putting that curse on them.
I know, I am. But I'll tell you a funny story about that in a moment. We see Dale go to the Chemist Warehouse line for a three-point play.
Well, McKenna Dale, really nice burst there on the catch-up high. She's such a good shooter. Defenders have to be players so tight, but when she's got a little lane, she can really put on the jets and get somewhere. That time she gets herself to the free throw line after the bucket for a chance for the N1.
Didn't we do a game recently, you and I, where a team didn't miss a free throw all game?
Oh, don't do that to me, Glenn. All the game, every single game blends in my head. I'm really locked into this one right now. But
well, I'm going to pull the game up because I'm going to find the game as we continue now. Cairns lost the ball, but
foul on Jones there, just a little too aggressive defensively.
Yes, indeed. So Jones picks up the foul. So yes, let me do my research. Maybe take me a little time to find it.
Well, do I have to do all the talking now, Glenn? Jeez, bud.
No, we can.
Nobody wants to hear that.
No rush, no rush. We've got plenty of time here, mate.
Well, looking to see how the Pouākai execute here. They're on that cusp of getting it back in this ball game, but they need a great possession.
See what they can do here is Brown. Works on Dale again. That same play this time doesn't work for Cassandra Brown, or does it? No.
Oh, nice defense. McKenna Dale with the block there. Jones trying to find something in transition.
Let's get a Somic. Back to Dale. Working on Mackenzie. Forbes McKenna Dale is fouled by Forbes that time.
Well, she's just getting on that right hand and driving hard to the basket. Finding a little bit of space for her to attack the rim. See the connectedness of this Phi squad right now. Nice job, McKenna Dale trying to keep that perfection up from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
I found the game, Casey. Mainland Pouākai with 24 from 24 from the Chemist Warehouse line against the Hoiho back on October the 12th.
Ah, it was a ways back. That was a heck of a comeback by the Pouākai in that one. I believe they were down 13 or 15 in the second half.
Yeah, and they ended up winning 91-78.
So it was a huge turnaround.
There was some performance from the free throw line, and it's happening again in this game. 8 from 8 so far for the Pouākai, and Phi going well from the free throw line. The Chemist Warehouse stripe as well in this game. Just missing the one so far as we see Can. Oh, player. As Jones ended up on the deck. Can doesn't nail the long range two-pointer. Snyder has picked it up for the Phi. Jones marked tightly by Can. Here's McSpadden up high. And Snyder works off the screen. Nice play from Snyder. Good defense by Rynell, but Snyder still finds a way.
Give her the Hakeem. Fake to one side, come back again. Snyder's patience underneath. Rewarded with the bucket, and Tauranga back up to 15. Just after the Pouākai had cut it back to single digits.
It's a 5-point third quarter so far for the Phi. All of a sudden, Pouākai just looking a little uncertain offensively now. Rynell forced to put up the three-pointer. Good defensive stop there by the Phi as Jones comes down court. To work off McSpadden, Ashley Jones. Now Dale. Nice pass into McSpadden, but that's an offensive foul.
Abby Kabila, she puts her body on the line time and time again for the Pouākai. That time comes off second best in that contact with McKenna Dale. Kabila not a big player, so for her to stand on the same tracks while that engine's coming through, that means something. Bang! That is she wore that one in the chest. Great camera work there.
Bouncy castle, wasn't she?
You can see she might have gotten something in the solar plexus there. She is looking slightly strained for breath.
She is. She's gutsy though. She brings the ball down court. Willow works off Forbes. Barney back out there too now. As Rynell thinks about a three-pointer. Sucked in McSpadden there. Nice play from Hayley Rynell.
And the space that she got through that last little defensive crevice, really nice vision there by her.
Jones can't nail the three. Almost went in the second grab as near Snyder with another foul.
That's going to be free throws. This is exactly what the Pouākai want. Foul here. A chance for Forbes to just walk down to the other end of the court. Should be free throws. Now they realize it. When Mackenzie Forbes can't check out of the ball game, she's got to be the shooter. So let's see when they realize this one. So she's going to have to check back in the game. I know it, you know it, Glenn. And now Cassandra Brand knows it, so she'll be checking back out. And Mackenzie Forbes will be coming in.
Forbes at the line here. She's been going at 73% this season. Chemist Warehouse stripe.
That is not what the Pouākai are doing today. This is one of those days for the Pouākai where they're getting those free throws to try and come back, and there it is. It's gone. We gave her.
Do you blame me?
I blame me. I was the one who talked about it that time.
Okay.
I never pass blame. I always take it. That's what makes me a good teammate.
That's right. Rolls that one in. Back to 12-point game now. Hey, look, Forbes is going off. I wonder who's coming back in. Brown?
Sandra Brown.
Yeah.
I'd say same
Yeah,
subs.
yeah.
You want to stick with the first one.
Hey, look, there's Cassandra Brown. There's Cowling. Now Snyder. Oh, action off the ball there. Jones and Can getting tangled up.
Mikayla Cowling is saying that Jones sold it a little bit. But look, the Pouākai have been pretty physical off the basketball. And they're going to need to continue to do that.
Can not impressed with that call at all.
Well, not the first time or the last time players will disagree with the whistle.
Here's McSpadden. And there they are getting tangled up again. No whistle this time. Jones for three. And
oh, what a play. That's going to stay with the five. Oh, bad call. That was unbelievable hustle by McSpadden there. She threw it right off of her. And unfortunately, they missed that one.
yeah, interesting.
Take another look at it. We're going to see the hustle. The ball goes off here. Look at McSpadden save it and knock it right off the back of Mikayla Cowling.
That was definitely 5 possession as we see Rynell. This play from Hailey Rynell. The low percentage shot though as Dale picks up the rebound. Now Jones. Nice move from Ashley Jones. Doesn't get the basket though, but will get 2 shots.
She's just so quick coming off those little rub screens out of the perimeter. She's got that ability. You've got to chase her from behind because you're worried about the 3. But if you're chasing, it opens up those driving lanes. She's so good at putting the ball on the floor quickly and attacking. But if you go underneath, that's when she's going to pick and pop and hit the triples. Just a real complete offensive game out there on the perimeter.
The Fire controlling this game nicely at the moment. They're 0 from 4 from the 3-point line in this third period, but they've extended their lead by 4 points.
Yeah, the pace has slowed, and they haven't found the same success in the post either. But they're still being able to grind it away, have been to the stripe a few times, and that's kept that scoreboard ticking over.
Below. Now here is Can for 3. Can't nail the 3-pointer. McSpadden. Nice outlet pass. Cowling. Here's Dale. That was a nice transition play. Good fast break.
I love it when the point guard gives it up early. Mikayla Cowling gave it to Dale with plenty of time for her to make a decision on how to attack.
Here's Cabillo. The left hand can't nail it. Snyder again. Straight in transition she goes.
Oh, nice find there from McSpadden. Oh, that's a double dribble.
And she got away with it. Maybe a bit of karma there after that other play. So we see Jones roll in the layup.
I don't like these doubles from the weak side post on McSpadden because she's got the height to see over the double team. That's the second time that double's come from the weak side, and she's just looked over it for that dish down for an easy bucket. Take a look again. Here comes Can. The rotation from Cabillo just a little bit late as Ashley Jones times her cut perfectly. And the Phi have the answers to this trap that's coming their way.
Yeah, it was a 10-point game at halftime. Phi outscoring Pouākai 18-10 in this third period. And with that basket, Jones goes to 17 points in the game now. With Dale up to 15. McSpadden 12, Cowling 11. Just have a look at McKenna Dale here. Season's best of 23 against the Hoiho last month. So still a little way behind that, but having an excellent game, the Tall Ferns player. Made a debut for New Zealand earlier on this year against Puerto Rico.
It's always a game you remember, that first one that you play with a jersey on you. Coachmate, level up your coaching game. A free app developed by Coachmate in consortium with Basketball New Zealand. If you're a community coach, a school coach, if you're coaching your kids, if you're a teacher, Coachmate is for you. Lots of tips and tricks on how to keep things engaged, how to keep those young ones engaged. And Even ways that they've worked with the Halberton Foundation includes inclusive sporting activities as well. So a fantastic app. If you need a little coaching help, make sure you download it.
Just scan that QR code as we see Kubilo for the Pouākai, and again looking a little hesitant on the offensive end. McGoldrick, what can she get going in the second half?
That's a tough matchup for Ashley Jones against Ezra McGoldrick in the post. She saw that she had the advantage and she used it right to the cup.
12 points for McGoldrick now. Much needed bucket there for the Pouākai. Here's McSpadden. Mikayla Cowling. Oh, Snyder almost losing it out of bounds. McSpadden with 3 on the shot clock. Jones with the 3. Can't nail it. And Snyder with the offensive rebound and the foul. Well, the Pouākai, excellent work on that play. Everything but securing the rebound.
Just a tough matchup for the Pouākai this round, and of course they've got the dreaded doubleheader this week. Not going to be their only game, so down 16 now. They've got a lot of work to try and get themselves back into this game to make it a competitive one. But plays like that from Lena Snyder make it difficult to see that's going to come her way. She gets her second free throw of the game, or sorry, first free throw of the game on that one. 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block for Snyder.
She's got 4 points now, 2 out of 2 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe for her. That lead out to 18 again now, and this is the biggest lead of the game for the Phi. Gold, a beautiful ball into Brown, who lays it in for 2.
And she had great possession and had her hand up and kept her body on the defender to ensure that she'd get that catch and finish. Well done.
Mikayla Cowling. Eva Langton getting a bit of a court time now for the Phi. Cowling happy to soak up all this time on the shot clock, which is down to 4 seconds. Langton looking for Cowling, who fades away. And that's come off Snyder as she came in from the bleachers.
Phi really patient in this second half. They're don't have that quick trigger like they did in the first half. They're getting down in the half court, working that shot clock down, and even when the call gets a little close to 0, they're still not really looking rushed out there.
Yeah, they're managing the game really well, aren't they? Distinctive strategical shift in the second half as we see Kubilo, and the Pouākai don't really know how to crack this tough defense. Here's a 3-pointer from Brown. It's a stray, and it's picked up by Can. 2 more points for the Pouākai. Now Cowling. Cowling can't nail the buzzer beater. So there it is, the end of the third quarter. 71-57. It is a 14-point game. Phi outscore the Pouākai by 4 in that third quarter. The final quarter coming up shortly.
We got 2 more home games. 1 more home game. Gosh. These guys get to keep the balls and also they get some prizes. Grab a bag. So fans also making sure that we are all going to stand on this third quarter just like we did at the beginning. And then what we're going to do is stand up until our team scores the very first bucket.
Well, here we are. The fourth quarter has arrived. 71-57. The home team in control. They've led right from the start of the game. The Tauranga Phi up against the Mainland Pouākai. And It's a 14-point game at the moment. The leading scorer is Ashley Jones with 17, McKenna Dale with 15. McSpadden and Cowling are in double figures as well. And for the Pouākai, leading scorer is Mackenzie Forbes with 16. Brown is 13, McGoldrick 12. And it's going to need a big final quarter from the Pouākai, Casey Frank, but they've done it before.
They've done it before. They've done it multiple times this season. And let's see if they got a little bit of magic still in there. I got to say, the way the Phi are playing, though, I would be surprised if a big come-from-behind victory is forthcoming for the Pouākai.
Everything's going to have to go well. McGoldrick, beautiful pass, and right away, Mikayla Can.
Well, that's the right start.
Mikayla Can's 12 points now.
12 points from Mikayla Khan. Nice little cut, 12 points of difference, and wasn't that? I think it wasn't even. It was just this week. That
couple of steals, couple of turnovers.
We saw this fourth quarter last week against the Queens, starting that way again this week.
Yes, Forbes getting the foul out of either McSpadden or Snyder.
That one's going to be on Snyder. It was clean, I think, from McSpadden up high, but Snyder with the body. And once again, the Pouākai coming out and winning this first minute of the quarter. So crucial when you've got a big deficit. Here we see Mackenzie Forbes. Just sees that lane open up a little bit right into the body of Snyder, who cannot keep her hands from fouling.
So let's count them as we, in fact, we will count the comebacks in just a minute. Mixandpick.com. Who's your MVP? Mikayla Cowling, at the moment 30%. Ashley Jones with 30%. Get voting, folks, by scanning that QR code, and you might win a Sal's pizza. Yeah, so the Pouākai came back against the Hoiho in the game we did, and then they've come back against the Kahu and the Queens.
Yeah, Queens just this week. It was Sunday afternoon basketball. So there's all three of their victories.
Well, they just need the Phi, and they've completed the quadruple. Is that yeah? That's the way to do it.
And here it comes. 10 points. Can they dip it underneath double figures? If they do, I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout from Coach Stojkovic.
Here's Rabati. She's well away with that, but.
And here's the timeout. Coach Stojkovic, he knows. He's seen this book before, and it's all smiles for the Pouākai because they have written this book, and now they want to read it one more time.
6-0 start to the last quarter. Rabati way off target there, but Can tidies up. 14 points in the game. Excellent resolve again shown by the Pouākai. Can they keep it going, though? That's the question.
Well, it's all about the defensive end. They've really taken the Phi out of their activity as we take another look at that Mixandpick.com poll. Who do you think the MVP is? I see Jones, I see Cowling, I see Dale, but I have a feeling that there might be a few more Pouākai on this list as we get to the end of the game. But right now, if you're asking me who my MVP is, I'm going to go with McSpadden. I just like the way that she's dominated the game and her presence inside. 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. The activity and the attention she's drawn on the interior, I think, has really made things easier for her teammates.
Yeah, Forbes the only one there from the Pouākai on that list. But so, yes, and we've seen big fluctuations in the past. And yes, McSpadden's had an excellent game. Let's see what happens here.
Important possession for the Phi coming out of this timeout. Really crucial when the other team's making that. You come out, you execute what you need to do, and you get a good look. Don't have to make it, but you need quality looks right here.
Got a Somi with a 3, and she rattles it in.
Well executed. Really nice screen there by Snyder to open that look. I'm surprised they went back to the triple, but they've had so much success from deep today. They are now 12 for 29 at 40%.
They didn't get a three-pointer in that third period, though. As we see, Can. Over to McGoldrick. Shot clock down to 7. Now Rabati. Here's Can.
Good
blocked.
block.
Forbes still there. Touched the rim, didn't it?
It did. It did. So
still going to be Pouākai ball.
Mikayla Can had a little bit of time there. Thought she could squeeze that pass through on the offensive rebound. Love the work rate of the point guard, crashing the glass, getting that possession, extra possession there. 12 seconds on the shot clock. What do the Pouākai do with it?
Forbes. Goldrick. Can. Shot clock down to 5. Forbes for 3. Short that time, and the Can has got it again for Pouākai. Now McGoldrick for 3. Ooh, hard luck there for Ezra McGoldrick. Ashley Jones picks up the ball.
Mikayla Can, 2 offensive rebounds that possession.
Whew. Jones, nice layup from Ashley Jones off the left hand.
Up to 19 points now. She's also got 7 rebounds and 2 assists. Another stat-stuffing performance for the star guard.
She is certainly one of the best in the league. Now Forbes working off Ryanell.
Look at the defensive intensity of the Phi. It's really picked up since the early minutes of the fourth quarter.
And Goldrick reckons she was fouled, but there was no whistle. Here comes Lara McSpadden. Now Dale. Jones.
That's a foul. Off to the line she goes.
I have no refereeing qualifications at all. Even I knew that was a foul, Casey.
Well, first of all, you don't need any referee qualifications to share your opinion on a foul. Just use those eyes. And every official that I've gotten on the nerves of is back home right now saying, Casey Frank.
I remember Casey Frank.
That's not true. But that one, easy for anybody with eyes to see.
Thank you.
Including you.
Well,
Well, I see the spectacles, Glenn. I don't know how much you're seeing through those bad boys.
I say to you, I actually need to go back to the optometrist.
Which was always my favorite joke for officials. Get that prescription checked.
Ashley Jones. I like the way the Phi, in all seriousness, now have absorbed that little onslaught from the Pouākai at the start of this quarter. They've come out of it nicely now, Casey. Jones with those 2 free throws up to 21 points.
And I think they responded on the defensive end. Look at the intensity here. The ball pressure picking up at half court, taking away those cuts, really just lifting the work rate to match what the Pouākai were bringing. And there's the result.
Snyder, brilliant play from her. Dale. McSpadden. Now they can just cool it off. 15-point margin for the home team. Karasomi, beautiful ball into McSpadden. Kicks it out to Dale. Oh, that's great basketball.
Wow, just really unselfish play. Got that ball on a string, bouncing around, penetrating with the pass and the unselfishness of McSpadden. She had a shot that was good. Well, she looks for the great one, and McKenna Dale knocks it down.
18 points, 4th three-pointer of the game for Dale, and now they've turned it over, Pouākai. Snyder's stolen it. A little foul there by Mackenzie Forbes.
And even though the Pouākai are pretty good at the comebacks, this is the problem. You have to expend so much energy to get back in the ball game. And by the time you've exhausted your reserves a little bit, that's when the opposition says, all right, we've been cruising. Let's press on the gas and let's see what we can't get going.
The other thing too, Casey.
Oh, look at that move.
That was good stuff from Snyder, wasn't it?
Love the footwork.
And the point I was about to make is they've been chasing the game the whole game.
Yeah, right off the bat, it was 10-point lead really early. And on the road, that is difficult to do, even for a team that's pretty used to the pressure.
Beautiful stuff from Brown there as McGoldrick's fouled by Ashley Jones.
And this energy of the Phi has really zapped the Pouākai. They are not playing with that freedom and that energy that we saw from them at the start of this quarter when everything was going right. They need to find a way to lift in those areas to match what the Phi are bringing right now. But 18 points down a game in less than 24 hours. And they're going to have to do some thinking about when they pull the plug on this starting lineup to start prepping for their next time out.
Indeed, Mikayla Cowling back into the game.
Looks like McKenna Dale might have just taken a bit of a knee on the thigh there. Limping off the court. That might be... Everybody was all over that rebound. Forgot that was just the first one. And that was an interesting yell that seemed to work to distract McGoldrick.
Nice work from Forbes at the other end of the court.
So Freedom's moved in this twice. We do get a free slice.
Here's McSpadden. Ball to Karasomi.
Somehow saves it.
And the Pouākai come away. Here's Mikayla Can. Going all the way as it's smashed out of her hands by Cowling.
Yeah, MC can do it all. One of my favorite defenders a season ago. Still has all that in the toolbox.
Doesn't get the roll. Does Jones. Now here comes Forbes. That's a great block by Cowling. Goldrick to Rynell. Now Brown for three. Cowling picks up the rebound for the Phi.
mind seeing the 5 stretch possessions. Jade Karasome thinks differently, but I'd like to see the possession stretched out with 5 minutes. Really start working this Pouākai team, grinding them down for 20 seconds before you're trying to really get aggressive on the rim.
Right now, looking for McGoldrick under the hoop, not getting the ball to her. Here's Brown. Back to Rynell. Gee, the 5 really tightened up defensively. Pouākai really looking uncertain. As we see Forbes going for another 3-pointer. She's astray. Jones has got it. Jones. No whistle on Ashley Jones.
Well, nice block up high by Forbes. A little bit of contact down low, but not enough to garner a foul call. Definitely a little extracurricular activity after the landing. But you know, ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
Look at Jones. She thought she was shooting 2 free throws there.
Oh yeah, she was positive.
Gonna be.
So, wait a minute, are you sure?
Forbes put the hip into her.
This play wasn't a foul?
Yeah, wasn't a foul. Here's Jones, and now here's Karasome for 3. And Forbes picks up the ball for the Pouākai.
Oh, Brown had that lane.
Now Rabati. Brown being marked by Snyder. Below. It's back out there now. Now Brown going baseline. Let's play from Cassandra Brown. That's class.
She's really effective when she puts the ball on the deck and attacks the rim. She's got great size to be able to finish on the interior and recognizes really well when she has those physical advantages, but the skill set with the ball in hand also makes her a tough cover. Just hasn't been quite enough opportunities for her to really influence the game for the entirety of it. 4 minutes left in this one, the 16-point lead for the 5, down to 15 now. But Pouākai, if they want to make a run, they are going to have to push hard and push fast.
Exactly. Time is against them now. Snyder. Dale pulls up for another 3. She's been deadly from the 3-point line in this game, but misses on that occasion. Now this is a big 3 for Brown. She nails it.
Still got a chance. Coach Stojkovic does not like what he saw. Another timeout instantly. Saying, what are we doing? We know this team wants to come back. Where's the hustle? Get out to the 3-point line. That timeout was immediate.
Yeah, good timeout though.
You put it in the bud. Try and see if you cannot keep this Pouākai run from getting any further. They're finding some momentum. There we take a look at your game MVPs, and everybody's loving Mikayla Cowling right now. 47% of the vote. Ashley Jones with 29. McKenna Dale, Elena Snyder up there, 12 and 6%. Mackenzie Forbes, the lone Pouākai, in the top 5.
We just need to mention that Ashley Jones is out scoring virtually in every statistical category, Mikayla Cowling, in this game, other than assists, which is 4-2 in favour of Cowling.
Well, if you want to be the game MVP, the one you got to get is the votes, and she doesn't have the votes.
Oh, and she's just got up 6% right there.
There it goes.
Someone is not listening to this.
Someone heard you and said the opposite.
And no one's listening to you, Casey, at all. Look at Lara McSpadden. She's still on the donut.
Yeah. It's I think her influence in the game has probably shifted a little bit late. It's starting to me to look a little bit more like Jones, and I think I might shift my vote that way at this point in time.
Well, you can vote more than once, right?
Well, but it changes your vote, so you can keep voting.
Ah, right.
But you can, if you change your mind, you can change it until voting closes.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fun.
Touch them
that's
all.
Fun.
Let's see if anybody can't get a vote here or there.
McSpadden double team, beautiful pass into Jones, who's just a little hot on that layup. Dale scrambles beautifully there. Snyder. Elena Snyder for 2. She is 6 in the game.
Patient offense gets right into the cup and a 14-point lead. Pouākai go empty on this trip, and that's going to be the ball game, I think.
That was an ambitious shot from Forbes. Kupilo.
Well, when you're down 13 or 14, you got to be ambitious with 3 minutes left.
Especially from that, maybe from that distance, as we see Mikayla Cowling.
Forbes can hit it from deep, no doubt about it.
come off Brown, so 12 seconds on the shot clock, still going to be 5 possession. They come off the leg, which has reset the shot clock.
Given I think they've called the kick there, so it resets to 14 in the half court.
Here's Jones. Snyder thought about a 3, almost stolen by Cabillo. Now Cowling. Well, what do we know? 14 points for Mikayla Cowling.
Almost stolen, but as my dad used to tell me, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So you got to get that one. If you don't, if you leave Mikayla Cowling on the 3-point line, you are going to be in a little world of hurt, as she proved on that possession.
Mainland is out there now for the Pouākai. Here's Forbes again for 3. Can't nail that one, but it's fallen kindly there for Cabillo. Forbes.
Oh, somehow keeps her footing to get the bucket. A lot of contact between her and Lena Snyder.
20 points for her now as Cowling can't.
Cowling got mugged.
She did, didn't she?
Somebody called the caps.
It's Mainland. Forbes for 3 again. Jones with the rebound.
It's getting sloppy out here. The physicality is lifting up.
Oh, Jones all the way, yes.
She slices, she dices.
She's a Michelin chef.
She is getting it going in transition. The Phi are having a great time in the huddle. It is all smiles as they're looking to win their 3rd game of the season, their 2nd on the trot, and their 2nd time defeating the Pouākai this season. If they are able to hold on to this 17-point lead, which looks pretty likely at the moment.
Yeah, there for a little while. The Phi, weren't they?
The Pouākai never quit. But with Mikayla Cowling, this offensive unit for the Phi, they are just really dangerous. And they've got the ability now for multiple players to be able to be off and still have somebody out there who can carry that load.
By the way, Jones is up to 22 points now, averaging 24 per game. Season high score for Jones at 32.
Mikayla Cowling checks out of this one. I wonder if the Phi might run any of their subs in off the bench here for the last minute.
There's McKenna Dale with a clean block.
She has excellent timing up high. She really does know how to line that one up for that weak side help.
Dale. Jade Kurasumi. Out there now. She's got 7 points in the game off the bench. Snyder for 3. She's rebounded there by Tuilave. So we've got pretty much all the bench players now on for the Pouākai, except Mackenzie Forbes. Mainland. Now Forbes working off Sean Rabati. Tuilave. There's the shot getting away. No, the clock has expired, according to the officials.
Nice defensive possession once again. The Phi, that last time out from Coach Stojkovic. See a much more inspired defensive squad coming out since then. And nice use of the timeouts for Stojkovic here in the 4th quarter. Stopping a couple of runs just when it looked like the Pouākai were finding a little bit of rhythm. Now under a minute to go, up 18 points. Might as well toss this one in the Esky.
Yes, indeed. This is actually the equal highest lead of the game again for them. And then from the start, right from the start, Tauranga Phi in this game.
As many comebacks as we've seen from the Pouākai this season. I don't think this is going to be one of them.
They'll come again though, Casey.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Maybe not in this game, but in others.
Well, you know, the good news is you get to go right back to the drawing board, get on the bus, head up State Highway 1, be in Auckland in a couple hours, get some good rest tomorrow, get ready for that Kahu squad on Saturday night.
It's not going to be easy, but we've beaten them before. All in all, it's been an excellent performance from the Phi. Really like the way they played the game too. Really concentrating on their outside shooting in those first 2 quarters, then completely changing their game in the 3rd period.
Yeah, we're so dominant from 3 early in the ball game. You thought that was going to be what they were looking for the entire time, and still shooting the ball very well. 14 for 35 at 40% overall, but had 12 of those bad boys, or 11 of those bad boys in the first half. Just got off to a really big lead, and that activity from deep gave them quite the buffer that they were able to rely on when the Pouākai started to work their way back. All signs indicate the Phi squad looking to pick up win number 3.
Snyder. So 40 seconds left. Every basket counts, remember, in this 5-10 competition. Smiler uses the ball out of court. Still going to be 5 possession with 12 on the shot clock. Yeah, points percentage could be absolutely critical with win-loss records likely to be very close in a few weeks' time. Kidasumi into Snyder. McSpadden. Nice finish from Lara McSpadden, and she's going to the Chemist Warehouse line for a 3-point play.
I've always been a fan of that double post action where you throw the ball into that strong side post and the big comes from the weak side and just that jabs underneath, especially when you've got the size advantage that McSpadden has. Look at that crash inside, and Vitalia Tuolave just a little out experienced in that one, coming up against the player. He's got a few inches on her as well.
Yeah, McSpadden 14 points, make that, no, it stays 14.
I really like the work rate of McSpadden today, though. She's, get those double teams that she was drawing down low, the attention that she was drawing overall defensively, I think opened up a lot of things for her teammates throughout the day.
There's a 3-point attempt from Sean Rabati, not going to drop. There's another rebound by Ashley Jones.
I guarantee the Fire looking for another bucket. They're not going to sit quietly on this one.
Jones put up the 3. No, she'll kick it inside to McSpadden. Smiler. Back to Jones for the last play of the game. And she's away, but she has finished with a double-double, 27 points. 24 points rather, and 11 rebounds. Very good performance from Ashley Jones as the Phi pick up win number 3 in the Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa 2024, and it's a big win too. The Phi clearing out against the Mainland Pouākai, winning 91-71.
And the Pouākai went down swinging. They didn't just take the loss and walk away. They fought back into it a couple of times, but what I thought today was the most complete defensive performance from the Phi. They were really active on the perimeter, and there you see your Mix and Pick.com MVP is Mikayla Cowling, who had a very solid night herself, coming back from injury, just starting to get to where she wants to be. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block. Those are the kind of stat lines that I think she can continue to build from as this season goes along. Camera's right in there saying, catching us up into the huddle for this Phi squad. Nice to see the smiles for a team that had some difficult times early with a lot of injuries, but looking like they're on the right track now as we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Ashley Jones leading scorer in the ball game, and 4 out of 5 starters in double figures for the Phi. The Pouākai, Mackenzie Forbes, 15 points at halftime. Couldn't really get things going in the second half. Ashley Jones with that double-double, 12 rebounds. Snyder, McSpadden, and Cowling right behind her on the glass. Mackenzie Forbes nearly a double-double of her own, and backed up nicely by McGoldrick and Can, who did a lot of work in other areas. 7 assists for Snyder. Her stat line, 6 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals. We'll see in a little bit the blocks there for McKenna Dale. 1 apiece for everybody else. And finishing on the steals, I mentioned them earlier, Snyder, 4 steals, 2 for McGoldrick, 2 for Can. But overall, just too much class from the Phi today as they pick up victory number 3 on the year.
Yeah, nice job by the Phi. They were 2-5 before this game. Now they're 3-6. Awesome to see Kayla Can's family here in New Zealand with her as well. Right, let's have a look at all the action to come here on the next few days. We've got that 2 games coming up on the weekend. Kahu against the Pouākai, that one tipping off at Event Finder Stadium at 6:30 on Saturday, and then we are on or down in Dunedin for the next game between the Hoiho and the Queens, 2:30. 2 o'clock, is that? 2 o'clock, yes. And then the Kahu Queens match next Thursday. So
I guess you do have to get your prescription checked on.
I do, yeah. That's what the problem is. I'm leaning back in my chair now, and that giant screen in front of us just a little bit far away. But no, good job by the Phi A lot of stars, a lot of good performances in this game. Deserved victory.
Love to see the parents with their kids out there. Just fantastic to see the children growing up in this environment and getting to see basketball up close and personal. Nice to see the Phi playing well on their home court and getting it done.
So there we are, folks. Hope you enjoyed the game. Thank you for watching. It's a really good win for the Phi, 91-71. We'll catch you for more Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa action very soon. Mā te wā.